Tesla Roadster battery, the power electronics module, which we rebuild. We change all of the electrolytic capacitors, the contactors. We repair things on the board. We upgrade resistor values, things that Tesla missed. And then these are 3D printed parts. This is old ABS plastic, and they usually crumble and break. So we have a better design. We actually put pen nuts into the metal so that the torque is no longer in the plastic. And then we change the plastic housing with a 3D printed version. The cars are out here, and what you'll see out here is more Tesla Roadsters than anywhere else in the world.
I'm pretty sure.
We have 2 buildings of them now. The other building also is full of Roadsters. And the cars come from all over the United States, oftentimes from Canada as well. So here's where we work on the mechanical items, the suspension, the batteries. Isn't it amazing that a 1,000-pound pack like that can drop out of a car like this? What's amazing is that's a 3-phase AC induction motor. It's the size of a crock pot, and it puts out 288 horsepower at 0 RPM. That's the motor there, yeah. On the 2.0s, it doesn't have the shroud, so it looks even smaller. We can see some of those up here as well. And we have a few Model S's that we're working on as well. This one, the drive unit, has been dropped out, and you can see they're working on that back here. We had one where a drive shaft inside the transaxle actually snapped, and it was probably because it was too aggressive driving, too much of that, you know? But it was amazing. It was about a 3/4-inch shaft, about that long, and it was broken, snapped in 2 places. And then the electronics inverters that you saw in the lab, the big black boxes for the Roadster, this is the Model S version. It's a third the size, and it has almost twice the power, or the horsepower. The Model S battery pack comes out of the floorboard of the car. Completely different than the 1,000-pound battery pack that's in a Roadster. 7,104 cells in a P85 and 6,831 in a Tesla Roadster, little lithium-ion cells. There's a lithium-ion cell.
No, to je to samé v těch baterkách v Tesle, víš, takhle. So this is from Model S or from Roadster?
This is from Roadster, but the Model S is the same size, 18,650.
And for example, the Roadsters, do you also improve some of their handling, or do you think that the handling of the car is the best as it is?
It's very good to start with, but for the Roadster, for example, the original shocks are no longer in production. Bilstein. So we have an improved version from Intrax. It's a Belgian company, and they're actually performance shocks, and you can dial in your damping. And then bushings and rubber, we use polyurethane, and as they age, they crack and get old. But yeah, so far there haven't been any major design improvements yet with the Roadster. We also think that the Roadster going collectible, originality is going to be very important, keeping them as original as possible.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, it's a really good car for that feeling.
So I can show you the battery bunker out and back. The TZero, it was the car that inspired the Tesla Roadster and the creation of Tesla.
So it was called TZero?
TZero, yes. And that's one at Peterson Auto Museum. And there you can see the lead-acid batteries that were inside the car, 28 of them, 12-volt batteries. It went 80 miles originally, and then when Martin Eberhard commissioned them to put in 18650 lithium-ion cells, it now went 400 miles. And that's what convinced them there's a market here. So once we take the batteries out of the cars and we charge and work on the sheets, then it becomes dangerous because you no longer have the Roadster's battery safety management system controlling everything. So we've now moved that into a separate room here outside. So now we're going to go out to the battery bunker.
No, tomhle říkají ten bateriový bunker, že tam opravdu ty baterky, jo? Že jak se považuje za nebezpečnou práci, tak to radši má jakhle oddělený. I saw it on YouTube also.
Did you? Yes. What we're doing here is each of these charging stations here are, we can dial in the voltage and the current that we want, and on both sides. So these are the Tesla Roadster sheets, and these are donor sheets. They're kept on life support, and this one here is getting ready to be put in a car, So it's being trickle charged up to 36 volts, and he's putting 1.26 amps in there right now. This is what takes it away from the main building. Something else you may be interested in, one of our engineers is converting a Tesla Model S to a mini home.
Mini home?
A mini home. It's right here, actually. What he did was he took a collision-damaged Tesla Model S that was too far gone to be repaired. He chopped off the body, and then he began to build a frame around it to turn it into a camper, into a mini home. He's in the final stages now of fixing some of the codes and the errors and the steering linkage. But it has a refrigerator, it has a bathroom, it has a shower, it has everything that you have in home. In fact, if you want to walk around, you can go down in there and look.
Okay, let's take a look. Because next time we must do something like this for the trip around the world.
Yes, yeah, they'll be much more comfortable.
And how it works in your country, it's legal to driving on the normal roads with this?
It is, but he has to meet certain requirements. He has to have all the lights in place, the brake lights, all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You can see the seats here. He made this out of wood. Eventually we'll do steel. So then we have a storage facility next door where we keep the Tesla Roadsters now and the people that are storing cars with us.
We play all the time the game in car that if you see some nice car first, you say it's mine, moje in Czech, so they just take for themselves. And you only repair the cars, or you also buy and sell the repaired one and make something like this?
Sometimes, yes. Although we sell them for customers. We have a matchmaking site. Mm-hmm. These are very special here. These are Founders number 3, VIN number 3. Mm-hmm. All right, Elon has 1, Martin Eberhard has 2, and this owner, one of the founders of eBay, has Founders number 3. And he's selling it currently with its mate, which is a Founders number 3 Model S.
Uh-huh.
And you can tell the Founders cars because they have an F in that position there.
Jo, že děti, poslouchejte, jak jste se zabírali, tak tohle to je Tesla Model S3, to je 3. vyrobený na světě a tenhle Roadster je taky 3. vyrobený na světě. První má Elon Musk, druhý Roadstera má nějaký ten jeho parťák, říkal jméno, a 3. je tenhle ten pán, a že to myslím zakladatel eBay, jo, že to jsou všichni takový ty nejbohatší lidi světa, co vlastně si kupují ty úplně první auta, protože to má na věky už vyšší hodnotu, jo, že to auto už pak stojí klidně 23 milionů na naše, jo, protože si koupil top jedno z prvních.
In that world, it depends on who comes along. And then if you have 2 people that want the same car, suddenly it goes up. Miller, that one's sold. This one's sold. That's going to San Diego, actually. This one is special as well. This is VIN number 5. This was actually made in the UK by Lotus. So Franz von Holzhausen? The designer at Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah. He's interested in one of these electric blues here. He may be coming here to actually test drive one of these, which would be nice.
It's interesting that the designer want to buy that he already didn't buy.
The ones I think he should buy are Founders number 3 Roadster and Founders number 3 Model S, because he designed both of those actually.
Yeah.
To finish off this building, we're going to put lifts in 3 rows and stack cars up to 3 high, and then have charging coming down from the ceiling so that they're always on a charging system, and then OBMS systems in every car with flat screens in the front offices there showing the condition and the charge levels of every single car. Not only here, but the OBMS system sends it to their cell phones as well. We would like to thank Zdenek and the family and Rafael, as always, for joining us here at Gruber Motor Company as they stop here on their way around the world again. The next stop is
San Diego.
San Diego, okay. Beautiful area. I was telling Rafael, in San Diego, make sure you go a little bit north to La Jolla. The seals are right on the rocks there, and you can actually walk up to them and see seals.
Nice inspiration. We will go there.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, and thank the audience as well.